Hey Sag, how you going? This is your general reading for June. Sun, Moon, Rising, and anywhere you might have Sag in your chart. Just remember, time and energy is fluid. So, however this fits for you, go with that. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It's lovely to see you. And sorry, if you're new to the channel, welcome in. You'll get used to my little pauses where I drift off into spirit land. All right, they've already popped out, so let's see what else we've got for you this month. Autumn and divine help, and we're just asking one more, please. Just one more, please. Right, excellent. So, we've got autumn and divine help and the answer. Now, I know this doesn't look like much of an answer, but I'll get to that. So, in Australia or in the Southern Hemisphere, we're in the middle of autumn. Actually, we're just about to start winter. And in the Northern Hemisphere, just about to go into summer. However, I think there's a possibility where you felt like things were just falling away. And sometimes we feel like we don't have any control over that. And so you've been trying to hang on to things, but they've just been falling away. It's a really good time to ask for some help on what's going on and how this relates to what you need to know. What do I need to know from that? And when you ask for help, the answer, I don't know if you can see this, there's a tiny little gold spot in the middle of the card. And that's the answer. It talks about going within. And the answer's there. It's gold. It's just waiting for you to discover. The thing is, we've always got the information we need. We've got everything we need to know. We just need to know where to look. So ask for help. Take some time out, and instead of looking out, look in. And just sit. Don't force the answer. Just sit and say, show me what I need to know. And see what happens. Let me know what happens. All right, so let's get a bit more information, shall we? Around it. Let's see what's been falling away lately. What has been, that's happening. So usually I cut these. 5 of Swords, that was the first card to come out last time in the Scorpio reading. That's really interesting. You might, depending on what this is, you might want to go back and watch the Scorpio reading, especially if you've got some Scorpio in your chart. Let's have a look. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Things turning, things changing, things moving on. The Wheel of Fortune is very much like the seasons. Anyway, let's see. We've got, as usual, if you're not familiar, I lay these out and then I go through them all at once. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. Something you need to go back and watch the Scorpio reading because that was the first card and the Page of Swords was exactly where it was. And so is the Page of Pentacles. And yes, I have shuffled these and I place the cards in all different positions. So there's something to this that is linked to the Scorpio reading. Strength, the Emperor, Ten of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups, an Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting that the only things that are the same is the very beginning. So it means nothing to me. It might mean something to you. Okay, so I'm a bit schmozzled with that at the moment. This is like Scorpio, the start of the Scorpio reading. It's starting the same, but it's going in a completely different direction. You've got the Five of Swords, and that talks about someone having to win at all costs, someone not really caring about what happens to everybody else as long as they get what they want. And this could be where you feel like you're losing things and not having any say over it because somebody else is just not thinking of you at all. Something's going to come in really fast. In fact, it's coming in really fast now to give you some clarity to this. It's really going to help you see what's been hidden, and it's going to, I don't think you're going to talk about it. I don't think you're going to tell people what you've worked out. You're just going to keep that to yourself, but you've got the message now. See, she's got the sword in her hand. Even though it's only a little one, you've got the message. The opportunity is to learn from that. And you really need to learn from that because the foundation of this whole reading is strength. And this is where these two come in. You've got the strength behind you and you've got it fully around you and supporting you. And don't forget that you've got it inside you all along. It was there all along. In the recent past, you've got the Emperor, which is Aries sign. I think this was you. See how he's sitting there pondering? He's really deep in thought. And the Emperor talks about control, and in this card you're looking at the flowers and see how I was talking about autumn and the leaves falling and you're not having a control over that. Deep in thought, you were wondering why, especially since you're in the Emperor energy, which is like boss. It's like, you know, how come this is happening when I'm supposed to have control over everything? What's going on that I'm not seeing? So then the scene comes in, something's coming in to help you see. You're going to keep that to yourself. It's like, I'm just not going to let on now that I know what's going on, now that I know what's going on. I'm just going to do a bit more research into this. And here's the Ten of Pentacles. Now, Ten of Pentacles is usually everything in abundance. It's like complete contentment, family, home, health, wealth, all of that. I find it really interesting in this card though, if you look, I don't know if you can see, I hope you can see, is that focused? I can't tell because my eyes are, I'm blind. See how two of them are whispering to themselves? I think this is you deciding to keep what you know close. You're going to keep it very close to yourself. You might share it with one or two other people, but you're going to keep it close to your heart because coming up there's going to be a celebration, and that's I get this, that it's an overcoming of what was going on, and it's going to change everything. See how in this is wearing the crown and this one is wearing the stripes. It's kind of like Same thing, different format. It's just changed your direction a little bit. What you're not seeing is watch where you're going. You might be in such a rush to move forward after what's happened that you're still looking back, watching over your shoulder. But if you don't look where you're going, you could, come face first into a whole heap of mess. Sagittarians are known for a little bit of rash behaviour, so maybe take that into consideration. And I can say that because I'm a Sag. The advice is the Nine of Cups. Now, normally it can be the cat that got the canary. So keep your humility in check as well when you overcome this stuff. Look at how grateful you are, and look at how you can share your knowledge with other people, how you can give of what you've received. Hopes and fears is the Queen of Cups, and this talks about emotional nurturing and giving and caring and contentment. The reason this spot is in your fear is because you don't want to fall back into that being taken advantage of, people thinking you're soft. Your hope is that you can be elevated enough. See, she's a queen. She's not a page or a knight. She's a queen. So your hope is that you can be elevated enough in order to be loving and giving without being taken advantage of. To look after those who need you, who need looking after, but not, keeping them close and not just giving to everybody. The outcome is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a whole new way of seeing things. And I love this because at the very beginning, you see how I said there's a tiny little gold spot in the middle, just waiting for you to find it. Well, there's the gold spot. That's what's waiting for you. Once you get past all this and keep everything in check, keep your emotions in check, keep your ego in check, and make sure you look at this from a broader picture. Sagittarius is a very big picture. So make sure you are looking at what happens as a big picture, not the intricacies of whatever this little snip is. You are diggers, seekers of truth, so it's coming in right now. I hope this helps. I will talk to you soon, and much love as always. Bye.